Can you tell the audience who the man on the right-hand side is?
Eder,
Eder.
Portugal's 2016 Euro final hero. I could not tell you one club this guy's played for.
Some of the streets will never forget. Ballers from the European Championship. Yes, guys, we are back again for another fantastic video on Friday Night Counter Attack. We're here with Travis, Suki, and myself, and we're here to talk about some of the streets will never forget ballers from the European Championships of recent years. So we're not going to be talking about some of the greatest players. We're going to be talking about some players that we've forgotten about. We kind of want to know where they're up to now, and more so, it's just solving my curiosity at the end of the day. So we've got one player each, and we're going to be looking through. So I will be using my phone to look at where they're at now, because I don't know off the top of my head where some of these footballers are. I don't know if they still exist. I don't know if they're still playing football. So you're going to have to bear with us as we use our technology to learn more about these players of where they are now. Travis, we're obviously going to go for the man that's on the screen, the man that won against France in their home nation as well, which is absolutely incredible. Cristiano Ronaldo was subbed off injured in the first half against France in the European Championship of 2016. Can you tell the audience who the man on the right-hand side is above my head?
Eder, Portugal's 2016 Euro final hero. I could not tell you one club this guy's played for.
Swansea.
Never mind now.
Swansea.
He's played for Swansea.
He went to Swansea, remember? After Swansea signed him. He did not do well. Bafétimbi Gomis was ahead of him.
I think he only lasted like 6 months, wasn't it?
I do not remember that whatsoever. Like I said, I couldn't tell you one club he played for, but obviously we all know his name, we all know who he is because of that goal in the final.
Absolutely. I've got Eder's stats on the screen now. He's been playing in the Saudi Pro League in 2022.
Shock.
Before it got popular as well, literally. So he's played for Portugal, Lokomotiv Moscow, played for Lille, where he actually became really good there as well. Swansea, 13 games and no goals for Swansea in the 15-16 season as well. So
no assists either.
No assists, no nothing. Do you know how crazy it has to be
for a paycheck?
Do you know how crazy it has to be? You've got to be Eder, and you had the most awful season for Swansea City in the Premier League. Michael Laudrup may have been manager then as well. Then he goes to the international tournament with Portugal, where Ronaldo, Nani, Quaresma, they were your starting front three. And it was incredible to see what Portugal were doing, drawing every damn game and getting third and qualifying in that new look Euros tournament as well. And then Ronaldo gets injured, Suki. And then who comes off to save Portugal's hopes, their dreams? It wasn't Nani, it wasn't Moutinho, it wasn't even Pepe.
Struggled.
Bloody Eder.
Yep.
Never heard of him since. Never heard of him on the day. And he scored one of the best goals in the final as well. Have you ever seen a great goal that was?
Lloris was injured though, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Lloris went down and didn't come off. And I think if he'd have been not injured, he probably would have saved it.
Exactly, yeah. There was that. And then another iconic moment was Sissoko messing up because he came on and Paul Pogba having an absolute mare with him.
Insert the gif into here.
What the hell were you doing? Yeah, so yeah, another iconic moment that.
Sissoko was Spursy before going to Spurs. So I quite like that bit.
Well, it is fault. Yeah, well, it is fault.
It was not too bad at all. But no, I've got to go to Euro 2021 for me. There's a moment in time which just stood out in terms of how incredible this player has been for his country. And the fact that he's still going to be playing at his tournament as well. I just need to get this up to make sure I've got his name right. So let's see if I can get it right properly. Euro 2021. This will be edited out, which will be good as well.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So again, we're recording this in Stoke. I'm going for someone who's been a baller for Stoke City in the past as well. Suki's looking at me like, who's been a baller for Stoke City? There's only been a few.
Not many.
I'm gonna go for Xhedan Shaqiri.
Yeah. He scored an absolute
Just for that one kick. Yeah,
I'll let you explain that one.
I mean, he was absolutely incredible. He's done it at the World Cup previously, but for me, winning 3-1 against Turkey in the group stages was unbelievable. And Switzerland always get written off in the group stages, but the fact that he's now playing in the MLS, I believe, as well, it goes to show that this guy's longevity is ridiculously long. He's played for Liverpool, he's played for Stoke, he's played for Inter Milan, he's played for Basel. Why the hell did he play for Stoke, Travis? What was that like when you were living in Stoke and Xhedan Shaqiri was around the corner from you?
He was one of their. Obviously, I'm not a Stoke fan, but I've got a lot of mates who are, and he was one of their favourites. You know, during that time, they had quite a good team. Really, you had people like him,
Joselu,
Arnautovic, people like Mark Munier, Steven Nzonzi played for him as well. I think.
Yeah, Ibrahim Afellay,
baller.
Yeah, didn't really do it at Stoke too much, but they had quite a quality team, and they mixed quite a nice blend of the typical Stoke way with people like Robert Huth, Ryan Shawcross, Glenn Whelan, But then you had a nice blend of Shaqiris and Arnautovic's and Bojans who could play as well. And it was a scary team at the time. And I know those fans, still dream of those days now because they're sat languishing in the Championship. But yeah, Shaqiri was
flirting with relegation.
Yeah, was
the midfield three you just said before there. If forget Brexit, that's Britannia.
Yeah,
that is pure bread.
The thing is, Robert Huth isn't even English, but he's the most Brexit non-Englishman who's ever existed because he just looks English, doesn't he? Yeah. Huth and Shawcross, it's the most English non-English lineup that we've ever seen.
No, it's good to see. But Xhedan Shaqiri, I had to mention him. He got Jose Mourinho sacked as well against Liverpool that one time as well.
Was it 3-1 that game?
3-1, and Shaqiri came off the bench and scored twice, which was incredible to see. But Xhedan Shaqiri, he's played with Granit Xhaka, played with Breland Bolo as well, and we're going to see him once again. How old is this brother? I need to check.
Could be like 32.
32, yeah. Good guess as well, which is great. He's playing for Chicago Fire at the moment, so maybe we will see. We've talked about Ronaldo's last dance. We've talked about maybe Kevin De Bruyne's last dance for his country. Can we see Xhedan Shaqiri's last dance for Switzerland? I'd like to see it one more time. We need to see him run it back, and we need to see him shine for his national country. Maybe Switzerland can qualify from this group of A with Hungary, Scotland, and Germany as well. That's going to be a fun time for me to see. He's still balling out, and there's still got a bit of spice about him as well. But Xhedan Shaqiri, I'm looking forward to seeing you this summer as well. Suki, who's your favourite forgotten Euros player?
We're
going to go to Wales. We're going to go to
I'm going to
Ukraine.
Euro 2000.
Oh, I love this.
I used to watch like this guy. I think this is where he made his name for himself, and I think he was at Juventus at the time. He's a striker. So I'll give you guys a guess if you can figure out.
David Trezeguet?
Yep, bang on.
Ball.
And he's got an absolute banger in the final.
Golden goal.
Golden goal, yep. Golden goal route. Scored the second. And mate, like that, he just announced himself on that game. And I remember watching the documentary because I was only 5 at the time. So I watched the documentary, watching it live. And he was just sensational. It's just, I don't know what it was. I mean, he was like a super sub throughout the whole tournament. So anytime he's coming in, he was just that final nail in the coffin to a lot of teams, yeah.
Look at that quality that France had in their attack. They had Wiltor, they had Henry, they had Anelka, they had Trezeguet.
Unreal.
Zidane behind them, Petit behind them, Vieira behind them. That's why they won the World Cup in 98 and in 2000 as well. But literally, as we know, Travis, the only people that can defeat France are France. You see that every single time. It's rather they're going to be the best team in the tournament, or you'll have someone like Bloody Eder.
Yeah, we saw it in this final. I mean,
they had everything to play for.
Wasn't the best French team ever, but to lose to that Portugal side,
it was bad. But even like, was it 08 when they still had star-studded players and they had an in-house camp issue and all sorts, and it's just like, yeah.
I'm getting the team up for the Euros final as well. So remember, they had Grisou, they had Payet, they had Pogba, Sissoko, Matuidi. Their defense wasn't great. It's an old Evra, Mtiti, Laurent Arsenal, of course.
A lot of them were injured though, weren't they? The centre-backs.
Giroud. Then you had Martial come off the bench as well. Kante on the bench. It was incredible to see that Kante didn't start. And then you're looking at that Portugal team, Travis.
Yeah, it's just...
Renato Sanchez.
Where
is he now?
Right midfield as well.
Roma, I guess he is.
No, not PSG. Oh, yeah, Roma, yeah. Roma. He went on loan. Yeah.
Yeah, Jose Font, wow. Yeah.
He had a good tournament.
And the
best part about it, they finished third in their group.
Yeah, and went off to win it. Didn't they win, I think, over the whole tournament? So they won one game.
Yeah, because it was 3-3, and because they scored 3 goals, it boosted them as the best third place team. Yeah,
weird.
Unreal.
And they had penalties as well, which was crazy to see. One more for me I have to talk about because I've got my Spurs boys with me. We're not going to forget about Gareth Bale 2016. Come on, buddy.
Oh,
yeah. To be fair, yeah, that's great.
We're ending this video on a high because we know we've got more ballers to talk about over the summer. But Gareth Bale, I've got my 2 Spurs boys here. Suki, talk to me about him in a Wales shirt.
Mate, when it comes to Wales, Golf, Madrid, Wales is number 1 for him. You see, it's in order. Wales, Golf, Madrid, Wales. This guy just turns up when it comes to his country. And I mean, that free kick he scored in that Euros was sensational. And I think that, I mean, he made his name anyway when he came to Tottenham and then he moved to Madrid. And I think that put his status to another level, which kind of put him on that upper echelon towards Ronaldo, Messi. And with that tournament, he just balled out. It's a shame that they played like 5 at the back and just left him up front by himself. If they actually had some decent players, they could have done a bit better. So
Robson Kanu with that turn against Belgium.
Yeah, quality, absolute quality. Yeah,
that could have been Yeah, that could have been a forgotten Euros ball just for that goal.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Robson Kanu blanked me on LinkedIn, so it's not going to be made.
It's all right. He came to West Brom, did absolutely terrible, shipped him off. So yeah,
Yeah, it's true. And Travis, here's that video of the stunning free kick he had in the group stage as well.
Yeah, I think it's dodgy goalkeeping though, isn't it? To be fair.
He scored two, and the worst one was the Joe Hart one as well.
Yeah, he just takes a step to his left, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Before he hits it, and it just it kills him. But even it's right down the middle. How did he not save that? Actually,
he was saying it swerved like it swiveled.
God, I do think I would have saved that. I'll be honest.
And this ends up to our final question as well. Imagine how some of these ballers who play for lesser nations in international football, when they finally get to shine, how incredible it is to see that as well. Because we've seen it with the likes of Zlatan at Sweden, we've seen it with Aubameyang at AFCON, with Gabon, Gareth Bale in the World Cup and at the Euros for Wales. It's been great to see what some of these players can do for their nations. And when you're seeing someone like Erling Haaland, you can't do it for Norway. Odegaard can't do it for Norway. It's very fun to see. Also, shout out Xhedan Shaqiri, underrated baller for Bosnia. I don't think he's played in the Euros, but I need to make sure I shout him out as well, which is good. Because Bosnia are in the Euros. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
No,
Not.
Yeah, not
I've got that bit out.
No,
It's all good.
He's definitely not playing anyway.
He's definitely not playing at all. He's still playing as well, which is great to see. But who's your favourite underrated baller from previous European Championships? Let us know in the comments. We'll see you next time.
Hakan Suka.
World Cup 2002. I remember that.